Yeah, hi there, Fernando. This is Michael again. So I'm looking at your specific situation. So we got some trouble, right? So what do we do here? There's a saying in American culture says, if you get a lemon, make a lemonade, right? So we got to look at your specific situation and see how we can make it better than it is right now. So let's see what the issue is first, and there will be a solution to your issue or problem. So you took the TOEFL test back on May 12th, and you got 83, scoring 18, 21, 24, and 20 on the reading, listening, speaking, and writing sections of the test. Am I right? So then 2 months later, you took the TOEFL again, and you had 18, 18, 24, and 18 on the reading, listening, speaking, and writing sections. So you decreased your score by 5 points. So you've been following my study plan, you've been practicing every day, you're even reading for 30 to 40 minutes, but you're not getting the results that you seek. And I'm a little frustrated too. I'm surprised because I would predict, based on the information you're giving me, if you've been studying every day for about 3 hours, I would put your TOEFL score right now closer to 93, not 78, because it stands to reason, because with the practice and in the improvement of your English skills, your TOEFL score should get better because it is measuring your academic English language proficiency. All right, so your final question is, I wonder if you can give me any other idea on what to do in order to tackle this frustrating moment and finally get my expected 100 points on the exam. I would say be patient. I mean, keep doing what you're doing. I don't see anything wrong with what you're doing. You're practicing, you're studying, you're doing your reading. So I don't see what's missing here. I would just tell you to double your efforts in the reading, listening, and writing areas of my course. Probably spend a little bit less time doing the speaking practice because your speaking is already pretty good. So maybe 80% of your time right now should be spent practicing reading, listening, and writing, and then maybe 10 to 20% of your time should be spent in the speaking area. So what do you do at my website? I think focus a lot on the vocabulary, grammar, reading, listening, and writing parts of my course, right? That's probably where you want to spend most of your time right now. So those are my suggestions. I would hang in there. I mean, maybe you have to look at what areas of my course you have not spent the most time in. For example, vocabulary. Have you mastered the words in vocabulary lesson 3, vocabulary lesson 4, vocabulary lesson number 5, and vocabulary lesson number 6? If you can master those words, that gives you an additional 1,700 college words that you can use in both speaking and writing. But it's also important because it can help you in your reading and your listening proficiencies as well. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be too frustrated. I mean, I would be a little bit alarmed because it doesn't seem like you're getting any better. But remember that sometimes when you do your TOEFL study, you get to what's called a plateau. A plateau, Fernando, means you get to a certain level and you get stuck for a while. You get to a certain level of your English proficiency. And you're right around 80 right now, and you're between 78 and 83, which means you have a TOEFL score which is acceptable to a lot of graduate schools. So you have achieved a fairly high level of English, but you're trying to move from that plateau to getting the 100 out of 120 plateau, and that's kind of a different level of English proficiency, and it'll take some time to get there. So it's taking longer than what you expected, and my main message here is to not give up, be consistent in your studies, keep doing what you're doing, keep improving your language, and remember right now you can spend a little bit less time in the speaking areas of my course and spend more time in those other areas.